good. Should be live. Should be able to hear everything.
Are we live?
Here we are. We're here. The tech check is done. The Chiefs are done. The Buccaneers might be done. Welcome back to another episode of Miles and Trent Talk Football. Of course, got your host, Miles Smith. You got Trent Hill over there. Go check him out. I've got him in the description. Trent, we got a lot to get into. We got Monday night. We got Thursday night. We got kind of who's up, who's down. Just a lot of stuff going on here coming into week 15. A week that has already started. Let's start with you. Buddy, you got to tell me what's going on with the Eagles, man. Start with Monday night and then just run us through what's going on, man.
Well, like I've said in my power rankings, I think the Eagles are done.
Done.
I don't even think they could beat the Raiders at this point.
Oh no. Don't say that. I picked the Eagles.
Come in. I'm busy. Hi, Charlie. I'm doing a stream. I see him. Hey, Charlie. My dog.
Doggy.
So, sorry about that.
Nah,
Eagles, I don't even think they could beat the Raiders. I don't think they could beat Washington. I don't think they could beat anybody right now. Defensively, maybe. But offensively, that was just a garbage display of football. It's probably the worst football game I've ever seen from the Eagles, ever in my entire fandom.
Oh, wow. Really?
Like,
worse than the Dream Team? Choking that whole season away?
Worse.
Oh,
because this is defending Super Bowl champions.
Okay, that's fair.
Right? This team is better than that Dream Team.
I will say, one of those picks on Jalen Hurts though wasn't entirely his fault. Granted, the rest of them were. I had no clue what he was doing in overtime, man. Like, it's first down. You've just got to throw that ball away when you're in the red zone in overtime when you're already chasing points there. Like, you've got a field goal in the bag. At the very worst, you end up with a tie.
I don't think, and I said this on my recap, Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback. He's not top 5. And he's not the type of player that can lift bad play calling. You have your Burrows, you have your Josh Allens, your Lamar Jacksons that can overplay, that can play better than their offensive coordinator. Like, if they had Patullo, I'm sure they would be okay because they can just do it. I don't think Jalen Hurts has that kind of. I think he needs a play caller.
Yeah.
He's not a Peyton Manning type. And he's a very good quarterback. I wouldn't say he's top 5 after this season. But he can't elevate bad play calling, and that's just where it's at.
Yeah. If there was one positive from that game, though, it was the rebound of the defense. I mean, the Bears gashed you guys for, what was it, like 250 rushing yards? It was encouraging to see that defense rebound, but where they are right now offensively is, I think I saw a short about it from somebody, but it's, the whole offense is run up the middle, deep ball to A.J. Brown. Run up the middle, deep ball to A.J. Brown. And sometimes something works every now and again, but it is hard watching Philadelphia Eagles football games right now just because of that offense, man.
The content's good because people are there to rag on me, but I think I talk about this. It's single back formation or shotgun formation, Devontae Smith in motion, and then hike the ball and give it to Saquon, gets tackled for a loss. It got so bad, Derwin James was reading this. Jalen Hurts didn't play well. That Saquon Barkley run, there was a hold on the play by Mailata.
They mentioned that on the broadcast too. Like, I think they telestrated that.
That was a hold, and we were bailed out because that 4th and 4 was a false start. Wasn't offsides. That was a false start because they didn't even cross the neutral zone. So we shouldn't have even been in that situation to begin with. The team sucks offensively. They're bad.
I still think they're going to hang on to the division, though, because I still don't trust the Dallas Cowboys right now. But, I mean, the Eagles are definitely lining themselves up to get belt to ass wildcard weekend. I mean, let's just tell it how it is. this is probably worse than 2023.
Oh yeah, Kevin Patullo has a negative 5.22 EPA. It's the
Holy
first time they've had a negative EPA. Even worse than Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson still had like a 50-something EPA offensively. Damn. So Patullo's all-time bad for the Eagles, and it's the worst performance I've seen ever.
So first off, I think I mentioned going back to where you were saying it's good content. I think I said to someone at work when I went in that morning, Tuesday morning, I think I told somebody that I would love to be a sports radio show host in Philadelphia. Yeah, I did tell you that as well. I think I said that in our call with Ender a couple of days ago. And then as well, I mean, we might, in the future have an argument. Maybe we can work something out in the off season of like worst or of our least offensive coordinators ever, because I'm pretty sure the state of Colorado has banned Pat Shurmur from ever re-entering within like a 500-mile radius of Denver, Colorado.
Oh, I forgot about. So when was that?
That was 2022, because that was no, oh my god, who was starting that? I think it was 21 or 2020, because Drew Lock was quarterback. Yeah, because that was the year after they fired Rich Scangarello, which a lot of us were confused about too in Broncos country. Like, firing Rich was really confusing because Drew Lock looked so good with Scangarello in that last little bit. So it was we can have this argument in the offseason over whose offensive coordinator was worse. I would argue Pat Shurmur and that offense was more unwatchable, but let's get into this Thursday night game, man. Tampa Bay losing in the final seconds. You give up, what was it, like a 4th and 14 in the final 40 seconds to drop.
Number 87, right?
Yeah, it was something like that. They're 7-7 now, and the Carolina Panthers have sole possession of the NFC South. What do we even make of this, man? I mean, Tampa is having a full-scale meltdown in a season where we're already seeing a couple of teams in meltdown mode or just like full implosion. But Tampa Bay, man, their season was more or less on the line in this game. Kirk Cousins, somebody needs to do a study on the post-playoff elimination Atlanta Falcons, because they came out and they put belt to ass in that fourth quarter. I mean, it was a 14-point comeback that they managed. Kirk Cousins go for 373. Baker had a good game. It was okay. He did have a turnover in there, but I mean, Bijan, really good game. Kyle Pitts had the game that every fantasy manager has been waiting for in the last 5 years.
How long?
Like, what do you make of this here? Is the Falcons still playing for pride more and trying to save Raheem Morris's job, or is this just the Tampa Bay Buccaneers falling off a cliff in this back half of the season? What do you make of this?
Todd Bowles is is it Todd Bowles? Very bad coach.
Todd Bowles is their head coach, yes.
Todd Bowles is a very bad head coach. Those hustle plays, I think Tampa's kind of stopped playing for Bowles. Those hustle plays, like those fumbles, I thought they recovered some of those, but if that's the case, they've stopped playing for him. They're hurt. I think that
they are hurt.
David Sillis had like multiple big catches. And then he
had one goofy play too. I do remember seeing that. David Sills had a former Bronco, by the way, practice squad legend for the Broncos, potential man in Broncos country for a second. Just like A.T. Perry. God, don't talk to David about A.T. Perry. But go ahead.
I really think that Atlanta just played better.
Yeah.
I think Tampa's due for a new coach. And I picked in the offseason the Panthers to win the division. Like, everybody laughed at me, said I was an idiot.
Look at you now.
But if they win out and they win the division, I look like a genius. Is it going to do anything for my numbers? No, probably not. But I at least have that feather. under my cap.
Hear me out. When the Buccaneers when the Panthers win the division, you need to like go clip that out, and you need to post a short and just like put 2 middle fingers up and say I was right.
Yeah, I don't even know. It was just something about Bryce Young playing better than last year that I saw. Like, okay, maybe they can do something. But
sorry, to kind of cut it. I remember having a lot of faith in Bryce Young after that backstretch of last year after getting benched. He did look better down the stretch. I think a lot of people are just waiting for the consistencies from Bryce Young, which, speaking of, Tampa has Carolina twice in the next 3 weeks. They go to Carolina next week. Then you've got a little, Florida Bowl with the Miami Dolphins, who are still trying to kind of cut into playoff position a little bit. They've got a chance to move to 7-7 this weekend. I don't think they're going to make it, but I think Mike McDaniels is going to keep his goddamn job. And then they've got Carolina. They've got him in Tampa Bay in Week 18. And that could be the game to decide the NFC South.
I thought that the Falcons would have been kind of in it, but they're eliminated. I didn't even know, because they could still, both teams, the Panthers and the Buccaneers, could go 7-9, right? Or
7 Atlanta's been eliminated.
7-10.
We got David over on my side. What up, David? Good to see you
Hello,
in here,
hello.
buddy. I don't, we're not on StreamYard. I can't really pull you up on screen, but I see you, David. I see you. We got you. Go Broncos. Yeah, I mean, I think no matter the outcome of the season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think you've got to part ways with Todd Bowles. I mean, it's just been a slow decline, I think, really, since I'd be willing to go back to 2022. That year that they won the division with a losing record with Tom Brady. And granted, Brady's arm basically fell off of his shoulder at that point. But Todd Bowles has never been like that great of a coach.
No, didn't he do the Jets?
He's an outstanding defensive coordinator, but he's kind of in that same tier of coaches as somebody like a Vic Fangio, where he's not a great head coach. I think Todd Bowles kind of had the I don't want to say the Steeler effect, but he was kind of able to ride on a high-end talent there in Tampa Bay for a minute. You had Gronk, you had Mike Evans, you had Tom Brady. They won a Super Bowl. And now I think it is finally collapsing.
I thought that was Arians who won the Super Bowl, right?
Oh, no, you're right. It was Arians. Was Bowles the D coordinator of that team?
He was the D coordinator, and
That's
then
right.
Arians stepped down, and then he became coach. So he's just been riding good talent.
That's right. I never understood why Arians resigned either. That was wild.
Health?
Maybe. Might have pulled a Kubiak. It's been a while. Really, though, I guess when it comes to Tampa, that's kind of all I got on him, man. I mean, Tampa's got 2 chances to save their season, or 3 chances in these next 3 weeks. 2 are against the Panthers. Both of those games could define how the division plays out.
I think if they split, Tampa loses the division, right?
They might lose that tiebreaker, and we'll look at Carolina's schedule coming up later in the show.
Yeah. Well, they got an easy game this week, don't they? The Browns?
Carolina?
Or was that someone else? We'll take a look.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Let's start this how we usually do, man. Morning window, first game that's kicking off. You got the Baltimore Ravens going to Cincinnati, a team they've already lost to. Cincinnati trying to rebound after just what is a heartbreaking loss. And I mean, firstly, we got to talk about Joe Burrow's press conference. Did you see that? Dude,
Yeah.
The Bengals are at risk of Andrew Lucking Joe Burrow. Just the way that he's talking and the way that he sounds in these press conferences, man, that is scary. If you are a Cincinnati Bengals, if you're a fan, of course the front office isn't going to care. As long as that team is owned by Mike Brown, nothing's going to change in Cincinnati. But the Bengals do still have, reason to play. They're still in play for the AFC North. They're 3 games back of the Steelers with 3 to go. So they need a lot of breaks to go their way, but it's not impossible. I do believe a Steelers win this week eliminates them from playoff contention, however. And we will get to that game later. That's surprisingly the Monday night game. So we'll get there. But as it stands right now, I mean, Cincinnati is playing in desperation mode, so is Baltimore. But Baltimore lost to Cincinnati, and the Ravens just do not look the same this season. I mean, Lamar Jackson still doesn't seem like he's 100%, no matter what anyone on the Ravens says. I don't trust it right now, just because of how Lamar has looked for the most part. There's times where it looks like Lamar has forgotten how to play quarterback for the Ravens at this point. And while I don't think necessarily that the talent's necessarily not there, I do just think right now that it's just a lost year. It's a weird year. It almost reminds me of kind of the early 90s Broncos almost, where they'd have a really good year and then they would just randomly collapse for a season. And then they pop back up. And I think the Ravens are having that random collapse season. I just don't know if there's any digging out of the trench, because I still think the Steelers are going to bullshit their way to a 9-8, maybe 10-7 record.
Yeah, I don't think the Ravens have it in them to win the division. I think they're banged up, they're hurt. Lamar Jackson's hurt, obviously. He's playing hurt from what I'm watching. He doesn't have the running ability, and he can't play through that if you're a running quarterback, which is why a lot of these quarterbacks need to learn drop back passing a lot more than they do now. But Bengals, I think, win this game.
I think they do too.
They might keep their season alive. I don't know.
Perhaps. I've got Cincinnati. I have no faith in Baltimore this year, just the way everything has gone for them this season. I have absolutely no faith in the Baltimore Ravens right now to come out and win the games that matter, just because of how they've looked. I mean, their defense has looked pedestrian. Pretty sure the Bengals defense has looked better than theirs in the last couple of weeks, which is saying something.
Oh, yeah.
Because this Bengals defense was on a awful historic pace in every wrong way that you can be on a historic pace. The Bengals were on that, and I still don't know if my camera's straight. It's bothering me.
My camera's never straight. I just don't pay attention.
I just see it in the corner of my eye, and I'm like, that doesn't look right. But yeah, I think we're both in agreement here. Cincinnati's got this one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm with it. I'm going to let you take the lead on this one. Morning window, Raiders-Eagles in Philadelphia. You're facing Kenny Kitten Mittens Pickett, starting at quarterback. Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett, might I add, with those 2024 Philadelphia Eagles. What do you make of this, man? That Raiders defense, they're going to be without Q Blue Kelly. He suffered a kind of catastrophic looking injury in that game against the Broncos, non-contact injury on that end, and he was kind of the one stud DB that they had, or the one stud guy outside of Crosby they had in that defensive 11. And offensively, it's a mess. No matter who the play caller is, their special teams isn't good. The Broncos had the Tom McMahon experience. It was dog shit. What say you here, man? The Eagles should win this game. I picked the Eagles outright.
It's gonna be a low-scoring game, but the Eagles win. I just don't have any faith in the offense at all. It's like I despair. I lament about this offense. It's like all time. Like, I'm not even kidding. They're like the worst offense I've seen from a Philadelphia Eagles team ever. In my fandom.
Oh boy.
Never seen a worse Philadelphia Eagles offense than this offense.
Oh.
They can't score points, and I've never seen this. Even when they were 6-10 again, in the year after they went to the Super Bowl, they were still scoring points. They just had a lot of injuries. And then this year, I've never seen a team suck so bad. Even when Chip Kelly was the coach, the offense wasn't this bad.
I was gonna say Nick Foles in that Chip Kelly offense was a generational insanity season run.
It's not only that, but even with Bradford, the offense wasn't this bad. I've never seen it.
Sam Bradford played for you guys?
Yeah. The year after Foles had the 27-2 record, I believe.
Oh, that's right, with the TD to pick ratio.
Yeah.
Sam Bradford collected checks from a lot of random teams to play 3 games.
Mark Sanchez was our quarterback. Even with Mark Sanchez, he played the same year as Bradford. They weren't that bad. They weren't as bad as this offense.
I remember Mark Sanchez was the Broncos. I think they signed him in 2016 after Manning retired, and everyone was kind of panicking. And then we cut him, and we're like, nope, Trevor Simeon's better.
I'm not even being dramatic. This is an all-time bad offense. You have all this talent. For all the talent you're at an all-time bad offense. I think the Raiders have a chance to win this game.
All-time underwhelming offense, for sure.
I
just don't think the Raiders are going to be able to get anything going against that Eagles defense, man. I mean, Genty continues to not look good this season. The Broncos held him to 3 yards a carry. I see no reason why Philadelphia can't hold him to that or below, just because that front seven is so ridiculous. But no, I'm with you. I definitely think this is a game that can be just an absolute low-scoring slugfest. I just think the Eagles have more talent, and I absolutely think they're going to come out on top of this. I'll take Eagles 17-9.
It's gonna be a low scoring game. 10-7 Eagles.
10-7 Eagles. Oh no!
It's gonna be a bad game.
Are you saying take the under on the betting apps? Are you saying take the under?
I'm taking the under. I don't bet, but
I don't either. But if I could put a nickel on this game, I'm taking the under, because neither of these teams, the Eagles are allegedly good, but they're not playing up to their standard, and the Raiders are miserable right now.
Are you hearing background noise?
I am a little bit, yeah.
Okay, let me.
Technical difficulties, please stand by. Da 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 da. I'm here to entertain the stream that's here. Da 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 da. We predict the Eagles win. Gonna clip this as a short because I'm just filling time because Trent is going to talk to his family so the background noise is not as bad. Do 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 dab 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 dab. I'm too white for that. For the record, while I'm sitting here, while I'm recording and streaming, I don't think anyone's in my chat, unfortunately. So I hope Trent's having a better go on his end of the stream than I am. However, the Raiders are poop caca garbage, and I think they've got absolutely no shot to win this game. The Raiders are awful. I think they played mostly their best game against Denver, or at least one of them. They peaked in week 1. Let's be completely honest. The Raiders peaked in week 1. I have no faith at all that they're going to win any game in this backstretch of the season. Just the Eagles defense is that good. I mean, the Eagles defense themselves can beat up on bad teams and lead to some wins here. Trent, your camera is schmoovin' just a smidge. Don't know if you can hear me at all, but your camera bumped around just slightly when you returned.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I would shift your camera just a smidge. You are off center. There we go. I was just telling whether I don't think I've got anyone in my stream. So if you've got anyone, I was talking to your audience. I can't see their chats, obviously. However, I think the Eagles defense on their own can win this game.
They could. I don't even know if I have people on my stream. Let me check.
I most certainly do not. I had David pop in for a second, but we are at a big fat goose egg. It's okay. This is why we're going to make shorts and why we're going to promote. I'm actually going to make shorts. Hell yeah. Hello to that one viewer. I hope you're having a good
I don't
night.
know who it is. I don't know who it is, but
Thank
all right,
you,
back
random
to it.
citizen.
Back to it.
Back to it. Next Monday window game. Just kind of I feel like a couple of weeks ago we were getting ready to call this game a bit of an UG fest here. Cardinals Texans in Houston. Houston's gonna win this game. It's gonna be like some random. It's gonna be a weird score. I'm feeling like a 17-3 type of game here. I don't think the Cardinals offense has the juice to do anything against this defense. And for where credit is due with how uh, okay, I guess Jacoby Brissett is playing this year. Without Marvin Harrison, without a real playmaker outside of Trey McBride, I feel like on that offense, I feel like the Texans are basically going to be shut him down, shut the run game down, hit the piss out of Jacoby Brissett, and win 17-3 or something. I mean, the Cardinals are in disarray. I don't think Jonathan Gannon's going to be their head coach next year. Kyler's obviously on his way out. That's why Brissett's starting. I don't think Kyler Murray is a Cardinal next year.
I don't even think he's injured.
Yeah,
I think they're just holding him out.
Phantom injury. The Cards just don't have the juice. They do not.
No.
They've kind of been for as bad as some other teams have been. I feel like the Cardinals have been the punching bag this season more than anybody else, really. I mean, they've taken a bunch of. I feel like they've taken more blowout losses than somebody like the Texans have, or not the Texans, the Titans have, or who else am I thinking of? Bad team. Like even Cleveland.
Jets.
The Jets too. The Jets have played in a lot of close games. It feels like every time I turn the Cardinals on, they're getting the piss beat out of them, man.
I say they can have this Texans team no one wants to see.
No.
They have Baltimore Ravens of the 2000s kind of
vibe.
Vibe right now. All they have to do is play decent on offense, don't turn the ball over, and they got a chance every game. It's going to be a low scoring game. I think 17-3 is a good score. I think CJ Stroud has an okay game. He hasn't been playing very well, but that's just the offensive line.
I was going to say like that. If the Texans aren't picking like 2-0 linemen in the top 64, they're idiots.
Do they have a first round pick?
Houston? I thought they did.
Or did they just give up a second round pick? Because the Falcons gave up that first round pick, didn't they? To move into the first
potentially.
round this year?
Yeah, the Texans have a first round pick next year.
They were smart.
Let's see. They have several first rounder, potentially 2 second rounders. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Houston's probably going to be picking in the later round, the middle of the first, just the way they're playing this year. So I mean, if they're not bolstering that offensive line with like 2 picks in the top 90, I can't buy into Houston being anything more than like a playoff contender, but not a Super Bowl contender. I think Houston's putting together some really, really good building blocks this year. I think a lot of it's going to hinge on CJ Stroud next year. Especially if they get those whole line upgrades. I think Houston being able to run the ball as well would do I don't know, a lot of good for your young quarterback who's getting the piss beat out of him. I'm not gonna say the Texans are David Carring him, but I don't think they're doing him a whole lot of favors with that O-line right now. I think they'll make some investments in the offseason. They're a team that I'm like really excited to watch in free agency this year, just like from a non-biased perspective. But I'm right there with you where I do not want the Broncos to play the Texans this again.
No. No.
If there's one game that I am very much willing to say we escaped Houston with a win. Because Bo Nix found a wide open hole and took it like 36 yards into field goal range, and that was it. It
was low scoring, right?
It was 18-15. Broncos kicked a last second field goal. I do not want to see Houston in the playoffs, whether or not it's at Mile High. I don't.
No, nobody wants to see them. They're good on defense. They're number one. I think they allow like 16 points per game.
Yeah, nothing.
So anybody that plays them, and CJ Stroud, when he does get it going, is that offense is good.
Absolutely. Enough. I'm still a huge believer in Nico Collins too. I want that to be known.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was really good. He was good against the Chiefs.
That he was. I mean, who had, speaking of that game, just one last note I want to put on there, because obviously we both picked Houston. Who had Dare Ogunbowale scoring a touchdown in that game, man? Whoever put a bet down on that probably made a shit ton of money.
Maybe. I didn't even know it. I couldn't even pronounce his name. I don't even try.
Third string running back for him, Dare Ogunbowale. Oh.
No, Chargers and Chiefs.
Yeah, man, this is a weird one for me, because I mean, on one hand, I would love to see Kansas City get annihilated from playoff contention. On the other hand, pretty sure a Chargers loss and a Broncos win gets Denver the AFC West crown, because Denver would have a 3-game lead with 2 games to go. I don't want to root for the Chiefs. I might just be rooting for a Chargers loss. Problem
Isn't it 3 games? Is it 3 games?
Or like 3 or
yeah.
Assuming Denver wins this week, I think every team is going to be at about 3 games left after this.
Okay,
week.
okay. Cool.
Point being though, Denver would be at 12. Chargers would be no. The Chargers might still have a chance. Or no, Chargers would still have a chance. So, no. Okay, so I've got my stuff wrong a little bit there. And we'll talk about the Broncos later. But a Chiefs win here would be massive for the Broncos just when it comes to playoff implications and like getting that AFC West title. But again, it would be really nice to see KC get vanquished. And I just don't know if KC has the juice. After seeing them against Houston, after seeing really the big faces of the Kansas City franchise just completely crumble. Mahomes had that 9 incompletion stretch right after CJ did, threw 3 picks in that stretch. Travis Kelce looks about as washed gets. I mean, my mom asked if I did the dishes. I told her Travis Kelce, and she knew they were washed. And I mean, really defensively for Kansas City, if Chris Jones isn't playing like Kratos, it's pretty much over for him. I just don't trust Kansas City to compete. And the Chargers already beat them. I think that game was in Sao Paulo, because that was that Friday night game to open the year, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm going to hate saying it, really, but I just think the Chargers are a better team. I think the Chargers are better coached right now, especially offensively. Matt Nagy's not doing anything for that KC offense, and I'd be shocked if he's not a casualty. Of course, as a Broncos fan, please, KC, keep Matt Nagy. Please, KC, keep Matt Nagy. But realistically, they're probably going to let him go after this year. I think they've seen enough. It's I've got the Chargers, sadly. I think this is like a 24-20, 24-18 affair. I mean, unless Chris Jones goes absolutely sicko mode, and granted, he does have the potential to do that against this Chargers O-line. Ooh, I got some people in here. We got Bok Choi, who I just recently made a mod, saying, gotta believe, go Chiefs. Unfortunately, we want the Chiefs to win. Chargers O-line is beat up. So is Justin Herbert as well. He didn't play a great game against Philadelphia on Monday night, but they won. Joe Alt's missing, and then we got Ohio Boy Gaming in here as well, dropping a Lamau in here. Not sure what that was in reference to, but I do hope everybody in the room is doing good tonight. Go check out Trent as well, guys on his way to 200 subs. Love it. Yeah. Sorry, if I don't get to your chats immediately, I've only got like 1 tab committed here because my entire other monitor is the layout right here with both of our face cams, so I've kind of just got the 1 tab committed over here, so I gotta flip back and forth. So if I don't get to your chat immediately, we will get to it. I love you guys. Anyways, yeah, I just think the Chargers have more juice than Kansas City. Now, if Chris Jones does what he does, especially against a depleted Chargers O-line, then I could see Kansas City squeaking one out, and it would really help the Broncos. But I just cannot put any faith in them right now.
Me? I actually... Whoa. Got kids in the background. I'm sorry.
It happens.
I think the Chiefs win this one. There's a twinkling inside of me. Well, there's an inkling of hope that the Chiefs can win this one for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's a bounce back game for Mahomes and the crew. What's up, Vax? How you doing, by the way?
From my perspective, they've had every chance in every do or die situation this season to do something, and they have not done it.
I just think that Herbert's too banged up.
You think?
He played really bad against the
did.
Eagles defense.
He did not.
And
to be fair, though, that is that Philadelphia front seven. I'm willing to give Herbert a little bit of benefit of the doubt on that.
I'm also worried about Chris Jones. Chris Jones plays pretty good.
He can wreck games.
I don't think the defense on Kansas City sucks. I think they're actually good. It's their offense.
They have their moments, the Kansas City defense, but like I've said, like that defense does not do anything unless Chris Jones is going fucking ballistic. And really too, I don't remember who pointed it out. I think it was Football Analysis that pointed it out. So shout out to him. George Karlaftis this whole season, he was a first round pick, by the way, has basically been a Chris Jones merchant, basically just getting pushed. Like Jones will push somebody to Karlaftis' side, and then Karlaftis gets credit for a pressure. It's Chris Jones. It's Chris Jones. And really, who else in that Kansas City front seven? I mean, it looks like everybody on that defense has regressed.
That's true. I have some kind of feeling that Kansas City could pull this out.
Yeah. Buck Choi in my chat saying you can never count out Kansas City refs. Hey, they're not getting the calls the way they used to, man.
No, they're not.
They're not.
I'm gonna go Kansas City, just to be devil's advocate here.
Okay. I just think the Chargers are the better team right now, especially this year. I cannot put any faith in Kansas City.
I'm just being devil's advocate at this point. Sometimes you got to do that.
Fair enough. Alrighty, so we move on, and this is I don't know how this game stayed in the morning window, or did they flex this one? Google's saying they haven't flexed this one yet.
No, they haven't.
But are they leaving Vikings Cowboys in the Sunday night window? Are they actually?
No, they can't do that.
There's no way. I swear to God this game got flexed, but
I don't know.
I mean, let's roll with it. It's still sat in the morning window here, and we only got a couple of days. They can't flex it this close. You got the Bills going to New England for the. I mean, this is for Buffalo to get back into the division race here, because after this, New England's got just a cupcake of a schedule. Of course, Pats went to Buffalo this year and beat the Bills. There's been a lot of people asking who the Pats beat. They beat the Bills in Buffalo. Buffalo's still a good team, flawed, but they're good this year still. Josh Allen can turn into Superman whenever he wants to, and I have heard, that the Bills are getting a little too Josh Allen dependent, and I agree. Agree. I got Thax in here, Devil's Magic, last butter of the dynasty. I don't think Kansas City has it in them. I think they shat out their last magic horseshoe.
I think getting to the Super Bowl, going 12-0 in one-score games, was the last gasp for that franchise. Maybe.
I mean, we could see them, do the whole Pats thing where they have, a couple of years where they don't do a ton, and then you get, part 2 of the Chiefs dynasty, but we're not talking about them now. I think this is probably one of the, in terms of the important games, I think this is the toss-up of the week here, because, I mean, Buffalo, they're getting hot at the right time. Josh Allen is playing like God right now. I don't like Buffalo's receivers. They need a number one, and they've got a bunch of number twos. It was kind of what a lot of people in Broncos country were saying for a while post Cortland Sutton ACL tear, which, whatever on that. But it is true with the Bills here, where they don't really have that true wide receiver one. You're seeing a lot of reliance on the tight ends there in terms of, Kincaid and Knox. their running game feels like it needs to be leaned on more, especially going against Drake May and an offense that's looked really good this year despite not having all the pieces together. Because keep in mind, this was still supposed to be a rebuild year for the Pats. They are ahead of schedule by far. I think this is a game that either is kind of one of those, like 27-24 affairs that goes, until the final play, or it's a shootout. Because, you've got Josh Allen on one side. We saw the heroics last week. And then you've got, a Buffalo defense, or Buffalo defense that's not great, especially against the run. In New England, I feel like they've gotten that run game going lately, especially with Ramondre Stevenson. It's a toss-up. I really don't know who to take here because I feel like both of these teams very much have their flaws, but they very much have their strengths as well. Obviously, Josh Allen on the one side. Christian Benford has scored a couple of touchdowns in these last couple of weeks straight. It's wild, man. A couple more guys in here, a few faces I'm familiar with. Vic popped into my stream last week. Good to see you, Vic, at work on break. It is late.
Good to meet you.
I got Bok Choy saying Pats are on a heater, but the Bills might take this one. I think they do too. I think they're mad about that last matchup, and I think this is going to be a close down to the wire game. But as it's sat right now, I think Buffalo's playing better football. It's still not perfect, but they are unleashing Josh Allen, I think, more than they have. If Buffalo can run the ball, I think they're fine. If they can run the ball and Josh Allen can put the cape on in just whatever situation he needs to, I've got Buffalo in like a 28-24 kind of game. I think they get revenge.
I think I like Vrabel as a coach better than I like McDermott. I think McDermott is kind of what is his name?
I have trained.
Lewis from the Bengals. What was his Marvin Lewis. He's a Marvin Lewis to this. He's a Marvin Lewis. No, not Vrabel.
Oh, McDermott. Oh, okay.
McDermott, but with better talent. He has better talent around him, and he's going to make the playoffs, and they're going to win a playoff game because Josh Allen and James Cook. But he's basically my Marvin Lewis. He's been around too long. He hasn't done crap. He needs to go.
I've got Vic in here saying 27-20 Bills. Bok Choy agrees.
I think Bills win. Is it Bills at home?
No, they're in New England.
I think New England wins then.
I gotcha. I can see why.
I think Vrabel's a better coach. They're more disciplined as a team in New England.
Absolutely.
And I think if they shut down Cook, it's a done deal.
I've just got so much faith in Josh Allen right now because when they just tell him to go win a game, Josh Allen goes and wins a game. Josh Allen can do that. Now, is it sustainable? No. That's part of the reason why they've lost as many playoff games as they had in the Josh Allen McDermott era. But as it goes, at least in the regular season, I'm a Bills believer right now. At least right now. I think weather is going to be a factor. Bills just good in that type of weather. Not saying New England isn't just Bills something else in that snow. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think New England's a better team.
I gotcha.
Coaching from everything except the quarterback and the running back.
Yeah.
They're a better team than the Bills.
I gotcha.
Bills are gonna have to re-up next year. 2
straight disagreements.
Hey, it happens.
It does.
That's what makes good content.
Good content. Let's move to a game that we both absolutely agree on, though. Jacksonville and the Jets in Jacksonville. The New York Jets are not winning this football game.
No.
I think I think I heard this on some national show. I don't remember if it was Colin Cowherd or if it was Rich Eisen, which I hope it was Rich Eisen, Trevor Lawrence just gets into these stretches during the season of like 6 to 8 games where he shows you why he was a number 1 overall pick. I think BTJ's heating up. Jacoby Myers has become pretty much the easy button on this Jacksonville offense. Jacoby Myers is lit.
Best trade.
I think that was such an underrated deal, man. Jacoby Myers is good. Jacoby Myers has done good things in this league. And I think Trevor Lawrence just needed somebody to be like that. Hey, I need 5 yards on 3rd and 5. Hey, look, Jacoby Myers is open. Yeet. Jacksonville, that defense too, and nobody nationally is talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars defense. That Jacksonville defense is nuts. Last I checked, they are number 1 against the run. They are forcing a bunch of turnovers. Devin Lloyd is on a heater. So is Josh Hines-Allen. Listen. This game to me is this is the hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby bowl of the week. To me, Jacksonville should win this handily. And if they don't, I'm a little concerned. Maybe not like panic mode, but it's like you kind of just like, what?
Jaguars win.
They do.
I think the running game carries this game. I think Trevor Lawrence comes back to earth a little bit and throws an interception.
I think he's just in that part of the year where he looks like Goldilocks, man. Like, I think we're just at that Trevor Lawrence stretch where he reminds you, hey, I was a number 1 overall pick and I was really fucking good at Clemson. Just the way it goes. Hey, if you guys are in here as well, don't forget to like the stream, whether you're watching Trent or you're watching myself. Just helps us in the algorithm tremendously. You got 2 small creators. We're doing our best. Don't forget to throw likes on our streams. We really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm riding the Jacksonville hype train. Jaguars win. I'm calling 28-14. It'll be convincing. I think this is
24-10.
I think this is going to be the Jaguars equivalent of this last Broncos-Raiders game. Like, it's going to be vanilla offense because you don't got to do a ton, and you're just going to kind of win by default.
That's true.
We got a couple more morning window games here. 2 more to be exact. You got the Commies going to New York. 2 eliminated teams, not playing for much. Pretty sure Jaden Daniels is going to be out for this one again, so it's going to be up to Marcus Mariota to march his men and spread communism to New York. And I
was gonna make.
I think he's gonna fail. I think Commander Stalin Mariota is gonna fail. I think the Giants are gonna win this one. I do. I like the Giants at home.
I think the Giants win.
I still like Jackson Dart. The Giants got their guy. They just need Jackson Dart to not get concussed. Is basically what it comes down to. Even if they do like end up having to play Jameis Winston, Jameis Winston. That's all I'm gonna say. Say what you want about him as a human being. He's a serviceable quarterback, and that's all the Giants should need to win this game. I still really like that Giants pass rush, even if it's not been great. I think their running game's okay. It hasn't been great since Scadaboo got hurt, but I think Tyrone Tracy is a decent running back in his own right. And I think Jackson Dart can make enough plays against what has been just leaky would be being nice Commanders defense this season. It's rough for the Commanders. And you can tell that they have regressed back to the mean from last year. I've got Giants in, give me like 2017.
I, for one, am rooting for the Giants because my brother's a Titans fan and he wants the number 1 pick.
That's fair.
Because they had to beat the Browns, now they're in trouble. And, Giants win 20-17. It's going to be a close game.
I think it will be. It's going to be classic NFC East football.
Oh, definitely.
Next one we got here, and this one I think is more interesting than people think it is. I feel like I say that about 1 game per week when we do MTTF, but I genuinely feel that for this game. You got the Browns with a Shadur Sanders that is looking better than I think a lot of people thought he did. That game against the Titans was pretty damn good. I think everybody wanted what's his nuts head. I can't remember his name right now.
Kevin
Stefanski. I think everyone wanted his head for not having Shedeur in on that 2-point conversion, which was I hope that got a dumpster fire play.
Oh, that was the opening to my dumpster fire awards.
Oh, that was the opening one. I don't think I got to it. I'm gonna have to go check that out here in the next little bit. But I mean, Cleveland's got a shot. This Chicago defense, the one saving grace, and they remind me a lot of the 2023 Broncos post the 70-20 game. Like during that random 5-game win streak they had that year, they just they forced so many turnovers, like an unsustainable amount of turnovers in that stretch. And I mean, everyone's saying they're waiting for Chicago to come back down to the mean in that regard. I really don't know how to feel about their defense because I think they're leaky, but they force a shitload of turnovers. And
they're opportunistic.
They are very opportunistic. Same with the Jags, but the Jags are just better. I mean, I feel like this one's another toss-up, honestly. It's in Chicago. So I still think they're going to win, but I think the Browns are going to give him I think they're going to give him more of a fight than people want to think they do. That defense is still sick. I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair, and I think Chicago maybe comes out of this with like a 17-14 win. Like it's going to feel like the Western Front in World War I. It's going to be brutal.
I think the Bears win handedly.
Handedly.
I don't. Yes.
I think this game is closer.
I think we're overhyping what the Browns did last week because of who they played.
You think?
They played the Titans.
Okay.
they played the Titans.
My thing is though is like we're seeing progression out of Sanders. Granted, that Niners game was bad. It wasn't great. But it's a rookie quarterback, and you've got to expect some bumps. I just think that this Cleveland team has a lot more juice with Shedeur at quarterback, and I still have a lot of faith, even after a rough game. I've got a lot of faith in that Cleveland D to bounce back. I still think Chicago wins. I'm with you on that.
I think they win. I
just don't think it's going to be as handily as as a few people think. Maybe it's like a 21-14 kind of game. I still think it's closer than people want to think.
I think it's a 10-point game, 24-14.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I just don't think the Browns off. I think the offense takes a step. I think the Bears defense is better than the Titans defense.
Okay. It is 100%. And again, very opportunistic. It's set up to be a bad Shedeur game, but I have faith. I'm not, like the big Shedeur fanboys, but I do have faith in Shedeur. I think he's stacking. I think he's gonna get a big confidence boost from that Titans game. A couple guys in my chat. Vic was saying that he wanted Scat in the draft. I agree. I thought Scat would have been a nice pick for the Broncos, 100%. And then Bok Choy, he threw in the loss to the Titans thing, probably while I was talking about Shedeur, and then he said Bears gotta smoke this team. I don't think they're gonna smoke him. I don't.
Our friend Zach said TJ has seen every second of the Titans. He has no faith in them. I've watched a lot of Titans football with my brother.
That's fair.
I just don't think they played a very good team.
That's fair.
And they still lost.
That's fair. Let's move on to our first afternoon window. No 2:05 kickoff games, which is bonkers. You got the Panthers going down to New Orleans to try to get some revenge on the Saints, who almost derailed their season, but then turned right around and derailed Tampa's season. I'm going to say it now. This Saints team is better than their record right now. They are playing better than their record. I think they've got a guy in Tyler Shuck. I don't think they need to desperation pick a quarterback next year. You used a top 40 pick on him. Say what you want to about his age, but I like Tyler Shuck.
He's like 25, right?
I think he was like 27. Your camera is bugging.
I am sorry. Not on my end.
You have frozen in glitch world. You are once again green. You are green like the Philadelphia Eagles, my brother. They're
What should I
cursing
do?
you. The ghost of Kevin Patullo is in your walls.
Oh, on my end, I'm fine.
On my end, you are cooked.
Okay.
Maybe just turn it off, turn it back on.
Yeah.
El Clasico. And unos, dos, tres, cuatro.
Back? No. Hello.
There we go. We're fixed. We're so back.
Yeah.
We're so back.
My bad.
Now you're all good. You're all good.
No, but what did we say?
We were talking about Tyler Shuck. I very much
27?
I very much think Shuck. Yeah, he's like 27, I think. But they used a top 40 pick on him. I think Shuck is going to. I think this is Shuck's team next year. I do. Like he beat out Rattler. He's won it. He's won a couple of games, a couple of good games too. You beat a Panthers team that you picked to win the division, that I think is going to win the division with how the Bucks look this year, and he beat the Bucks this year. I like the Saints team, but and you know, maybe this is superstition playing a little bit into this. Okay, I'm going to be a goofy goober here. We skipped the bad Bryce Young game over the bye week.
Yeah.
He's been very up and down this year. I don't love their defense. I think they got a lot of aging guys on that defense. And I still don't think they've looked great this year. I like Carolina to go down and get a little bit of revenge here. It's going to be a very close game, though. Like I said, I think Tyler Shuck is way better than people want to give him credit for. No one's talking about the Saints because they're bad, obviously. I like Tyler Shuck. I think this Panthers defense is really good, or well, good enough. I like Rico Dowdle. I think a lot of the issues during that last matchup between these two teams is the Panthers were really trying to force Chuba Hubbard, like right when he was coming back off of injury, and we have seen this season that Chuba Hubbard is very much not the better running back in that room. I think they're going to lean on Rico Dowdle, who has come out of nowhere this season, but he's been great this year, obviously. And you know, if the Panthers have a working run game, then Bryce Young's going to do his thing. He's going to be chucking balls to Tet McMillan, and that's pretty much going to be end of story. I like Carolina to win this, but I think it's something akin to like a 27-20 ball game.
Oh, I definitely think so. I think
or maybe 2017, maybe 2017. I'm willing to go there.
I just want to be proven right on something this year, and having the Panthers win is probably the biggest like in your face moment in my little YouTube career, because I chose them I think in June or July.
Saints suck, but they're a better suck team. True. I think the Saints are a few pieces from competing.
Yeah, Saints are their quarterback, a fresh defense.
Yeah.
I mean, you have like
maybe another receiver.
Oh yeah, they got rid of Shaheed.
Yeah, I think Olave needs a Batman. I think Olave is a good Robin. He needs a Batman.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you can't have someone who's hurt constantly as your Batman. Panthers win 20-17, 21-17.
Yeah,
something around there.
I'll ride with that. I think Rico Dowdle has a really good game in this one.
Okay,
I certainly do not count the Saints out. Not the way they've been playing lately.
No. They're feisty.
This game's going to be interesting, though. Lions, Rams.
I forgot to mention, though, Tyler Shuck is 26. So, not Brandon Weeden level.
You shot low, I shot high.
Yeah. He's not Brandon Weeden.
Oh, God. We cannot let the Browns live down Brandon Weeden. I refuse. That was such a bad pick. Yeah, dude, I mean, Lions, Rams. This might be... There's a couple contenders for it. This could be game of the week.
Yeah. Lions are feisty. I mean,
they are.
Not as good as they are last year.
No. Really offensively. Another huge thing, too, is they don't have Brian Branch.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Branch tore his Achilles. It's... The Lions defense has not looked great this year. I don't think they've been able to play to their strengths, which is really Aiden Hutchinson in that front seven. I mean, if you're Detroit, your strategy has got to be run the ball because this Rams defense can get pressure. Now, granted, the Rams are flawed. Their secondary's not great. They're okay, but they're not great. And I certainly think that Detroit's got I think they have the juice. I think they have the weapons to really take it to LA. I think this is a game that could quickly evolve into a shootout because you look at who's on every side here. I mean, Lions, obviously, Jared Goff, and they're playing indoors. Let's keep that in mind, too. Jared Goff indoors is basically Jesus. You look at the backfield for the Lions, Sonic and Knuckles, which is my favorite nickname. I don't think I need to make that obvious as to why. But yeah, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs is on a tear this year. And then, J-Mo is still really good. Do they have Laporta this week?
No, he's out for the season.
That's right. Shit. Okay, so that is a little rough, but you've got this, random Tislaw guy catching touchdowns half the time he touches the ball. I think this could go into a shootout. I think this goes into shootout territory. I can see like a 38-35 kind of score.
44-39.
44-39. Damn. Call me crazy. I'm picking the Lions. I think this is the upset game. This is my upset pick of the week. I don't think the Rams are exactly the same they were to start the year or even to the midpoint of the year. I think their secondary's flawed. Listen, if the Panthers can beat the Rams, I absolutely think the Lions can just run the piss out of the ball and also beat the Rams. It's going to be hard for them, and, I'm going to get clowned for this later on in the week, probably. But I very much think the Lions have a chance. I'm taking the Lions in like a 40-38, 38-35 type of game. I think it's going to be a shootout. But I think Goff is going to stick it to his old team. Yeah, call me crazy. I look at this man. He... Shun the non-believers. Shun.
Really appreciate a Lions win from a Seahawks fan. Dax?
Is Dax bouncing in both of our streams? Love that.
Yeah.
Isn't Tislaw the one-hand catch guy? I think so.
You're speaking to me, man.
I'm speaking?
My dad's the Rams. My dad's a Rams fan. I grew up a Rams fan.
Oh.
But nobody beats Goff.
Nobody beats Goff. Nobody beats
I'm
Goff.
I'm gonna go with you. You've talked me into it like the serpent.
Yes.
We're going Lions. Let's go Lions.
Yes. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Excellent.
My evil plan.
Let's go Lions. Let's just go Lions.
Let's go Lions. I like it.
Either or, but you speak.
I've talked you into it. I've done it. Let's go. Next one. Oh boy. We might see a couple of Seahawks on maybe an FBI watch list after this game for elder abuse. Seattle and Indianapolis. I don't know if Ender's in my chat right now, but buddy, I'm sorry. I think Rivers is going to be a bit rusty. I don't think it's going to look good. Not against the Seattle defense, man. Seattle's defense has been playing lights out. The Colts secondary still isn't very good, even with Sauce Gardner. I still don't exactly love their defense either. Just as a whole. I think they have an okay front seven, Indy, but I mean, if you're the Colts, you're kind of really, like, banking on, like, getting a bad Sam Darnold game, to be completely honest. Because, I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba is making everybody look awful this season, from a DB perspective. The Seahawks can run the piss out of the ball when they feel like it most of the time. Kenneth Walker's a dog, even if Zach Charbonnet is, kind of sniping touchdowns from him. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. The plight of the starting running back in the National Football League. You get the team down inside the 5, and then, big guy behind you goes and steals your touchdown. I just don't see a world where the Colts win this game right now. Unless Phillip Rivers can dial back the clock about 10 years, I don't love Indy in this game. I don't. I think it's going to take Phillip Rivers, even with all the familiarity he does have with Shane Steichen in that offense. I just don't trust Indy against this defense. Not with that pass rush Seattle has, not with the secondary. I'm picking the Seahawks 30-18.
My middle school heart breaks. I watched Rivers get drafted in middle school.
I was still
Negative.
I was still in the womb when Rivers got drafted.
My middle school heart wants to take Rivers.
Thax is in here saying feel the power of the dark side while we were talking about the Lions. Yeah, Bok Choy saying Rivers.
I desperately want Seattle to win, but I feel like we are due for another Darnold crash game.
Ooh,
no,
I do wonder. Okay, Thax brings up a really interesting point. The Pacific Northwest is currently getting flooded. I wonder. The way he worded it is great too. Washington is currently having issues with rivers not being contained. Maybe Mother Nature is giving us a preview. Flooding everywhere in the PNW. I do wonder, are they going to move that game?
Depends.
Like
Depends. I'm going with my middle school heart. I'm taking the Colts.
You taking the Colts?
I'm taking nostalgia.
Oh no, they're playing it.
Game.
They're playing it in they're playing it in Seattle. Alrighty.
I'll take nostalgia.
I just have to take it. Seattle. I don't think it's gonna click immediately. And I think Rivers is about to get the piss beat out of him, and maybe remember why he retired just a smidge.
I know, but it's the nostalgia. I just want one more run as a young. I don't want to feel any.
Mostly up north. Okay.
Don't want to feel any older than I am. Gotta hold on to my childhood a little bit.
Buck Choice saying he hopes the Colts win just for Ender. That's true. That's true. I know they won't. I would like to see them win for Ender's morale, because that is one sad man when it comes to the football. Oh, you got Sinbin on your end? Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What's up, Sinbin? Yeah, I've still got the Seahawks 30-18. That kind of game. All right. Oh boy. All right, we get my game, buddy boy. Broncos, Packers. Oh boy. I'm excited for this one. Somehow, the 10-win-in-a-row Broncos are home underdogs to Toyotathon Jordan Love. And I would like to throw this out right now. The Packers do not have a good historic record in Denver. They don't. They lost to the Broncos in 2023 in Denver. That was a Russell Wilson team. I don't think these teams are that different from each other. I just think the Broncos are playing better for the most part. Obviously, the different quarterback. I think, though, this is more or less almost a mirror matchup for these teams. You played like Smash Melee, right? Or Smash Brawl?
Ultimate.
One of the okay. You played,
Smash Brothers. Yeah.
Yes. You played classic mode, and you get some. Oh, spit down the wrong tube. You get into classic mode, and you've got that one stage where you've got to fight a metal version of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That's this game. That is this game. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think the Broncos. I mean, both of the tackles, Mike McGlinchey and Garrett Bowles, have been incredible this season. Absolutely incredible against pass rushers. I think it took until last week for somebody to get a sack against one of those guys in particular. I mean, both of them have just been absolute linchpins on the side. I'm talking the most agile totem pole you have ever seen. The most agile walls you have ever seen. I think they're going to do this. I think they're going to do more or less the same thing to Micah Parsons that they did to Max Crosby to contain him, because, I mean, Crosby really did not have an impact in that Broncos-Raiders game, and it was just chipping him. And I think we're getting Nate Adkins back, because Mercedes Lewis was released. Now, something that does scare me. I think Pat Bryant is going to miss this one. I think he's having hamstring problems. Pat Bryant is essentially, I think, worked himself into a wide receiver 2 role almost. I've seen it tossed around that Pat Bryant is Jerry Jeudy if he had hands and could block, or was willing to block. And I completely agree. I am also of that thinking. Now, if Denver does call up Elijah Moore from the practice squad, I do like what Elijah Moore can do in the slot, and I think we're going to see a lot more Marvin Mims. In last year, when this Broncos offense found a way to get Marvin Mims touches on the offense, they were much better down the stretch with Marvin Mims. Whether you're getting him out of the backfield or not, yeah. Bo Nix has been really good against the blitz this season. We saw it. We saw kind of how coaches are adjusting to him, really in that Kansas City game, because Steve Spagnuolo was not blitzing Bo Nix because Bo has been that good against the blitz this season. And like I've said, I mean, the Packers just historically do not play good in Denver. For whatever reason, the Broncos kind of have their number. I think that continues in this one. Bo Nix is putting some really good games together. I think RJ Harvey is coming along nice, and the Broncos' run game looked much better last week. Granted, it was against the Raiders, but you get the confidence booster, you get the get-right game, and there was a lot of positive things coming from the Broncos. Of course, I can break the Broncos down way better than I can anyone else, or the main team I watch. But RJ Harvey looked a lot more confident between the tackles. He looked a lot more decisive, and I think that was huge. Of course, you've still got Harvey in the receiving game as well. I think Denver is going to come out with their best. I think the Packers are going to as well, for sure. I mean, Jordan Love and those receivers, man, I really like the Green Bay receiving room. I still think they're a developing group right now, and I don't know if they have that stud number 1 yet, but Christian Watson's looked good since he got back from injury. Romeo Doubs is a great target. Well, what's going to hurt the Packers the most, I think, is I think they're going to be without Josh Jacobs, who was kind of the Bronco killer for years. And B, you don't have Tucker Kraft at tight end. Obviously it's a little bit of a homer, but I do think the Broncos right now are the better team. I think we're going to see some defensive adjustments get made. They looked better against the Raiders. I think we're going to see the Broncos defense get closer to what they have been earlier in the year. And I think Denver's going to come out with, I'm going to call it a 24-21 or 24-22.
Jacobs is questionable.
He's questionable.
And Sinbin said, should have won the last game in Denver. Carlson missed a field goal in that game.
But they didn't.
For me, you think you're going to pick the Broncos.
Also, to be fair, the Broncos are undefeated at home.
They're undefeated at home?
They have not lost a game at home this year.
I just want everyone to have fun. I think that's where I'm at with this game. I have Broncos friends and I have Green Bay friends. I don't want to see anyone sad in this game. I think I'm just going to choose everyone have fun and let the cards lie. I think that's where I'm at in this game.
Bok Choice certainly believes, and I'm right there with him. I do think Bo Nix is playing his best football this year as well. I think that's another big part.
Oh, he's developing really well.
I mean, you're 295 against Kansas City. The stats aren't flashy right now for Bo, but we're seeing a lot of good things from him. I mean, the footwork hasn't really even been a question. Bo can play off schedule, and I believe Broncos come out on top for me.
I'm not picking anyone.
Neutral party.
Everyone have fun. Everyone have fun.
I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to like make up like the Switzerland award for the neutral party pick.
Will TJ be a believer or is he loving the Packers? I am a neutral. I am Switzerland. Exactly.
This man is Switzerland.
I just want to see a good football game, and I'll be at work. So.
Oh damn. Alrighty. Let's keep moving.
They want me to pick. They want you to
pick. Pick somebody.
Jacobs didn't practice until Friday and he was limited. It's his knee.
Ooh.
Okay. If Jacobs is out, Broncos, and it's going to be hard for the Packers to win. If Jacobs plays, I think Packers can win.
They can.
But I think it also depends on how Bo plays. If he continues to develop the way he's been developing.
I'm going to get goofy.
Man, you really want me to pick.
I'm
going
to get goofy here. I'm going to get goofy. I'm going to have a little bit of fun. I'm going to have some whimsy. I'm going to have some whimsy. Stall for me, Trent.
I'm trying to be as political as I'm trying to be a good politician. Because they're Packers. Who do I pick? I really want to pick the Broncos.
Where is it?
Because of
where is it?
Jacobs being questionable. It just depends.
I've got the Switzerland.
You know what?
Blink.
I am going to go. I don't want people to hate me. if Parsons gets a holding call, the Packers are going to win. I'll say that. If Parsons gets a holding call, Packers are going to win the game. If Jacobs doesn't play, the Broncos are going to win the game. That's where I'm at. Exactly. I'm taking that.
Switzerland. I'm flashing the Swiss flag on your side of the screen.
I can't pick.
I'm gonna leave that on you now for the rest of the stream, Mr. Switzerland.
You're good.
Oh, come on. We gotta have some memes. We gotta have some inside jokes over here.
We do.
All right, we can move on. We only got a couple of games left here. Last game of the afternoon window.
I think Broncos win.
Yeah, the Broncos? All right. You have lost your Switzerland badge.
It's all right. I just think it just really depends on Jacobs playing.
Yeah.
And Parsons getting holding calls.
Even I think if Jacobs plays, I think he's on a snap count. If it's a knee thing, I think the Packers are going to want to keep him good for the playoffs.
I don't trust Love without Jacobs.
Fax came in and said the S in HTS stands for Switzerland. All right.
I am Switzerland.
We'll move on. Probably the least eventful or the least meaningful game here of the afternoon window. Titans-Niners in San Francisco.
Never picking against the Niners again.
That's valid.
Ever.
I'm not picking the Titans to beat the Niners.
The San Francisco Necromancers?
Yeah, pretty much. I still think that offense is too good. They can move the ball just kind of whenever they feel like it when Brock Purdy decides to not throw 3 picks and a half. Christian McCaffrey is, I think he's become the front runner for Offensive Player of the Year now that Taylor's fallen off the way he has. I think it's him and I think it's a 2-horse race between him and JSN right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Titans, I wish I had that clip queued up. But to put it lightly, they ass.
They are. Okay. I would even say, like, if you, like, say MVP, McCaffrey's face would be the face as MVP. Because without McCaffrey, they were 6-10 last year. And without McCaffrey, this team would be awful. I think he's MVP, but we know where he's not going to get it.
You just got to remember that OPOY is basically the non-quarterback MVP award at this point. Hill-time Swiss.
That's what I am.
Just going to blink the Swiss flag a couple of more times because I think it's funny. No, the Niners are winning this game. I don't think it's going to be close. I'm calling... I'm calling 28-14 here.
CMC just running over everything in the league. That's true. I think he's like on Marshall Faulk pace, right? Like
isn't he on another 1K pace?
Yeah. I think it would be like the first time that ever happened. Is that true?
No, he did it a couple of years ago.
No, like two
seasons of it, probably. Like, dude, CMC is a goddamn cheat code.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Niners are winning. It's in Santa Clara. The Niners are winning. Brock Purdy is going to be the best game manager you've ever seen, and that's not an insult, okay? Being a game manager is a good thing. Being an elite game manager is a good thing, and all he has to do is be a point guard in this offense, and it's fine. The Niners' offense is healthy. Of course, we know what their defense looks like right now, but even still, Cam Ward has no help, and
Well, Cam Ward.
yeah, and because of that, he is not winning. And I hope the Titans trade down their high first pick, collect a couple of picks, and then just reset the roster.
They need an offensive line, a defense, and I even told my brother early when they drafted, I think they should have gone for Will Campbell. I think they should have built from the trenches out.
Yeah.
And then gotten a quarterback in either like a veteran quarterback for the next couple years.
Just somebody to take hits while you figure out how to get a rookie up to speed.
Yeah, because Cam Ward is just getting is it David Carr? The David Carr treatment.
David Carr. He's getting David Carr.
Yeah, and also Christian McCaffrey would be the first 1,000 yard, 1,000 receiving twice in a career.
That's a crazy stat. What a pull.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we can pretty open and shut this one. Niners win.
Niners win. I don't know if Cam Ward throws a touchdown. I hope he does.
I hope he does too.
For my brother.
Something for morale.
I gotta bring him on. We gotta bring him on one day.
We gotta bring him on. We gotta bring Ender on. We're starting to get a guest list.
Yeah.
All right, the penultimate game of the week, Sunday Night Football. Somehow,
oh god,
the 6-6-1 Dallas Cowboys taking on the 5-8 Minnesota Vikings. Now, to be fair, JJ McCarthy played a hell of a game. Mr. 9 did not show up. It was JJ that showed up, and to his credit, he played a hell of a game. Now, if the Vikings are going to have to see repeat performances of this, it's kind of where we were with Bo, like mid-season last year, or even this year. You just wanted to see him stack good performances. He doesn't need to go out and throw another 300-yard, 3-touchdown game. But I think if you're a Vikings fan right now, you just want to see J.J. McCarthy throw for like 220, a touchdown, 62% completion rate. I think would be pretty acceptable against an okay-ish now Dallas defense. I still think they're really inconsistent, and I still don't like the Cowboys secondary at all. I think their front seven is definitely improved. However, I think that Dallas offense is too good to lose this kind of game, and I do not trust the Vikings. Not until I see trends. I was talking with Marky about this, I think last Tuesday. Until I see a trend, I don't really feel one way or another about something. Because we were talking about the Broncos defense against Washington, and I said, until I see a trend, I'm not concerned. It's the same thing for me with J.J. McCarthy. Until I see a trend, I'm not confident.
Mr. 9. Dr. JJ showed up, not Mr. 9.
He was surgical. Dr. JJ was surgical.
Hopefully he drops that whole shtick. I think any quarterback that says they have an alter ego is
look what happened to Russ.
Yeah. Don't ever say, if you're ever an aspiring quarterback, don't ever say you have an alter ego. Because one, you're either crazy, or two, you just got to get laughed out of the building when you play like garbage.
Alter egos are for pitchers. Cowboys win. I think their offense is too good. I don't think Minnesota has that good of a defense, and I think Dallas just has a lot more to play for right now. I think they're going to come out desperate after that loss.
I just want Scooter to be sad. Does that mean? That's Dax.
That's sports.
It's sports. It's sport. I don't like. I want to choose the Vikings because I hate Dallas.
Yeah,
but I'm not ignorant either.
I'm not buying into Minnesota. I'm not buying into JJ McCarthy until I see consistent good games from him. Because the body of work, because you've got as many terrible games as you do compared to the one shining, city on the hill when it comes to JJ McCarthy games.
Mm-hmm.
I have to assume right now that we're going to see bad JJ, that we're going to see 9, not JJ. Cowboys win.
I'm hoping the Vikings win, but nah, Dallas is gonna win.
It's in Dallas too.
And then we're gonna have clickbait sports next week. And,
yeah,
and he'll be there. He'll be there. Nah, it's speaking of which, Scooter is like my best friend. They're both Dallas Cowboys fans, and they both think the same exact way. Like you cannot tell them.
We can still get to the playoffs. We can still get to the playoffs. You know what? I also have a best friend that's a Cowboys fan that he's still doing the math on how the Cowboys can make the playoffs. Love you, Jaden, but I don't think Dallas is making the playoffs this year, unfortunately.
No.
I think they're a few pieces away.
Yeah, and if Eagles get a different offensive coordinator, they're even more pieces away.
Yeah. And then we have the final game of the week. Miami going down to Pittsburgh in what can only be defined as the mid-bowl. At least this week. The 6-7 Miami Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are 6-7. They are. Yes. Going against the 7-6 Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. Okay. It wasn't the young one. It wasn't the young one that did it.
It was the old man. It was the old man. No, because I have students that I teach, and they all do the 6-7. So I do it to I do it to mess with them, and then they don't do it. They don't want to do it anymore because they're like the old guy's doing it.
The Unk did it.
Yeah, so that's how I get people to stop.
Dax popped in. McCarthy gonna be German. Is the doctor in? 9.
9.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to make of this game.
I'm going Dolphins.
You're going Dolphins? I could see that.
Yes.
Well, okay. So I don't hate that either because Pittsburgh doesn't have TJ Watt because of the collapsed lung.
Oh yeah, because the Chargers
doctors snuck in and pricked him in the wrong spot. I think Miami is getting their shit together a little too late to really make a realistic playoff push because they're still 2 games behind anybody that's in the playoffs and even, the Colts that are still out of the picture. However, I think Mike McDaniels is going to save his job. I think he's playing to save his job. They're a quarterback away from being a really scary team again. I do like Miami. I think Devon Achane is playing really well right now. I think that Dolphins defense is still playing pretty good, and I don't love the Steelers offense in comparison. Aaron Rodgers has maybe 2 plays a game where he turns back the clock and looks like vintage Rodgers. We got discount double check Rodgers on a rushing touchdown last week. He had this really nice throw to DK Metcalf. Rodgers just has a couple of plays where I think he pops a perk on the sideline and then remembers, hey, I'm Aaron fucking Rodgers, and then does Aaron Rodgers stuff for 2 plays. And then he remembers he's, 1 billion years old and went to school with the dinosaurs. And yeah.
Oh boy. I think Miami's going to win. I mean, the problem with Miami is they have a good quarterback, no running game.
They have an okay quarterback, no running game.
Well, I'm talking
week to
80s.
Week.
I'm talking 80s Marino.
Oh, okay.
Bad running game. Only one 1,000-yard rusher for the Dolphins his whole career.
That's a stat. Damn.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the name.
Mm.
And then you have...
Wonder where I've heard that name before.
And then you have mediocre Jay Fiedler and mediocre AJ Feely with Ricky Williams. And then Ronnie Brown with
Pat White
and Cleo Lemon and John Beck. And then you got Tua, who's decent.
He's okay.
For a while. And then his brain goes to mush. And now you have Achane. So you never are consistently having a good team. I think they're a quarterback away. They need to learn to play in the snow for one. What is the weather? They are 0-8 in cold weather games under 45 degrees.
No, didn't they just win their first one against the Jets this last week?
Really?
I think they did. I think they did it.
Hold on. Dolphins.
Here, I'll find the temperature in Pittsburgh on Sunday.
But the temperature may not be on their side?
On Sunday, it is supposed to be a whopping 19 degrees with snow showers.
Nope, Dolphins lose.
Dolphins lose.
It was 41. It was 41 degrees at kickoff.
That said,
They
Rodgers
won.
is a mere 2 years younger than Rivers. But listen, both of them went to school with dinosaurs, okay? I'm pretty sure I saw Philip Rivers in, like, the Jurassic period, okay?
Hey, I was in middle school.
Listen, I'm the young gun here, okay? I gotta have my fun
I know.
while I can.
I know. Sometimes I gotta keep you in check.
Hey. Like my
That was-
teachers, I get a little too yappy sometimes in class. I used to, and they'd have to rein me in a little bit.
Tua struggles in cold weather. I think
He
dang
does.
it, dude, I
Okay,
wanted
yeah,
the
okay.
Dolphins.
It would have been really funny if the Dolphins won. I'm gonna say it again. Until I see a trend, I'm not confident in something. And the trend historically is that the Dolphins lose cold weather games. This one's gonna be frigid. Yeah, Pittsburgh probably wins a close game. It's probably gonna be fugly.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the one where it was like 3-0?
Yeah, it
Steelers?
was like the Rain Bowl or something. Monday night
What was
2007.
the kicker's name? He had that like weird hair.
I
What was that?
don't
Hold on,
remember
hold on.
random kickers. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Kicker, Steelers,
It wasn't
3
Boswell, was it?
0 game. It was Boswell. Wait. Yeah. No, that wasn't Boswell.
Oh, damn it.
Hold on. My bad.
Steelers kicker 2007.
It was 2007?
Yeah, it was Jeff Reed.
Jeff Reed. He had like weird hair. I remember him.
Yeah, he had the really bad I mean, from this one picture, that man's hairline was cooked. Can't relate. Cannot relate. Paul Robeson was singing about Old Man Rivers back in the movie Showboat back in 1936, so I think the internet is just lying about Rivers' age.
Either way, Rivers is winning my Old Man River award this week just for coming out of retirement.
That's fair enough. Can't knock you on that one.
It's just like I gave Aaron Rodgers the Old Man River award just because I'm like, I don't think I'm ever going to get the opportunity to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, Steelers win. I'm with it.
My gut is telling me Steelers, but my heart's telling me Miami.
My gut's telling me Steelers. My heart's telling me tie. 3-3 tie. I'm flashing the Switzerland flag for my heart.
I would love Miami to win. I would love it.
I think it'd be really funny, but I think Pittsburgh is gonna eliminate the Bengals from the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, Trent, before your camera tilts a little too much further, what do you got coming out this week, man? What do you got coming out?
I got, hopefully tomorrow, NFL Rewind, Rams versus Titans, Super Bowl 34.
Okay.
Look back.
Okay.
I have had Power Rankings, Dumpster Fire Awards, Eagles recap, and then Sunday Eagles stream.
Gotcha.
Sorry about my camera. I have like very little space, so like
I was just waiting for you to notice, and you never did. And I'm like, how far out of frame is he gonna get? And then you never noticed, so I figured I'd take a quick dig at you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, the youngin's got to keep you in check too, man.
Yeah, I use my iPhone to record videos and a little microphone.
Fair enough.
I don't use my streaming cam, so that's why you never see it. It looks a lot better than
that's fair
setup.
That's fair. See, on my side, so
what do you got?
I'm gonna try and get a I'm gonna try and do a preview short tomorrow, but it's gonna be something that comes out late, just because. So tomorrow morning, I actually got to go to bed pretty quick after this because I got to be up a little early. But yeah, I'm gonna try and have that up tomorrow night, and then obviously Sunday we're gonna do the Broncos Packers stream. I get me in my element because I love play-by-play. And then we'll get, the post-game show that comes after that as well, and I might actually record it as I do it live this time because I failed to do that last time, so I had to re-record the post-game.
Yeah.
And that's what got uploaded finally. But yeah, that's gonna be my thing, and then probably a couple of shorts throughout the week next week as well.
Nice.
Other than that, it's gonna be business as usual. You got anything else to add?
Have fun this weekend, everyone. Be safe.
Will do. I agree. Be safe. It's like the weekend rules. It's like, don't add to the population, don't subtract from the population, don't get arrested. If you do get arrested, establish dominance quickly.
Unless you're trying to add to the population, but I don't know.
Hey, thank you everybody for coming and hanging out. For what is this? The third episode of MTTF?
Third episode, yeah.
We're cooking, man. We're having a lot of fun here. Go subscribe to Trent. He's on his way to 200. Of course, if you enjoy what I do as well, we're up past 200. I'm trying to push. I think my new goal is 250. Here before probably the Super Bowl, probably 250 by the Super Bowl, I think is what I might more or less shoot for. Yeah, that being said,
Brandon said, did they ever find out who was driving the bus that hit Rashee Rice on Sunday night?
I believe it was Jalen Petrie.
Yeah, I think it was a Petrie mobile. I really think it was. License plate, what was it, like 27?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a collision there. Rashee Rice finally getting his own medicine there.
All right.
Thank you everybody for coming out. If this is your first time seeing me, whether you're on Trent's stream or my stream, again, we're both trying to hit our subscriber goals. I'll be doing the Broncos at 2:20 tomorrow or on Sunday. But yeah,
I'll be doing the Eagles at
11
your time, 10 a.m. my time.
Yeah, I forget we got a time difference between us. But yeah, just again, thank you everybody for coming out, and that is gonna be all from me.
Madden needs to boost his hip fire very